Boy, listen up. Hold your children them close enough. Hold them tight. Watch them closely. But deeper than that, though, I just pray that thorough justice is served in the case of Shineka Gray. Welcome back to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It is your host with the most, a telecommunications forensics expert from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, showed the St. James Circuit Court how a cell phone that belonged to the 15-year-old schoolgirl Shineka Gray was used by convicted murderer Mario Morrison. Some of the details in this and some more stuff we have concerning information that is being passed around in court right now in trying to get justice for this young lady is some frightening information. It's frightening just to think that we have people like these among us. You understand? I remember the whole Shineka Gray situation, and I remember her grandmother saying, "Don't go down there," because she actually went to a funeral of a friend. Now you're 15 years old. You're already witnessing death and going to funerals of your friends. Back in the day, you're 15 years old, highly unlikely you're going to go to a funeral of a friend anytime soon. We used to go to the funerals of our elderlies, like our grandparents and our grandparents' friends and stuff. Me know personally, cause my grandmother, she carried me go every funeral, and she felt the need to go to a lot of funerals because she knew a lot of people in the community. We not stay so again. Nowadays, young people go funeral, and it is usually funerals of their peers. Anyway, neither here nor there. Some of the information, I want you to use this to get a clear understanding of the mindset of individuals that are lurking out there and how things can go badly. Hear this. You still not see what just happened? Just know one down and one of yours are got down as soon as me lay hands on her. That message was sent on January 29th of 2017 at 11:22 p.m. Was one of several spine-chilling text messages that were attributed to Gregory Roberts and sent to his ex-girlfriend's mother, which were read out in open court on Thursday during the continuation of his murder trial in relation to the 2017 killing of 15-year-old schoolgirl Shineka Gray. I mentioned going to funerals and friends' funeral because when Shineka told her grandmother that she was going to go to the funeral, her grandmother said, "No, don't go. A whole heap of things are happening on the road and I don't want to go down there." And she went anyways. And this is what happened, right? The message were outlined and read by a communications forensics analyst witness from the Jamaica Constabulary Force who was continuing to give evidence in chief that had started before presiding High Court Justice Bertram Morrison on Wednesday. So it's a continuation of a testimony giving evidence. Shineka Gray, a grade 10 student of the Green Pond High School in St. James, she went missing on January 29th of 2017 after she was last seen alive in Montego Bay, Jamaica, while on her way home from the funeral of a schoolmate. Her body was found with multiple stab wounds in Irwin, St. James, 3 days later on February 1st of 2017. On January 29th of 2017, at 9:21 p.m., a message was sent from Mr. Roberts' phone to the phone number of his ex-girlfriend's mother, and it read, "It's over now, baby. I just made a sacrifice. Ex-girlfriend is free now." So he said her name and said she is free now. This seems like what happened was they broke up, or the girl broke up with him, and he felt that he was hurting so deeply from her breaking up with him that he had to take a life, and he called it a sacrifice. You hurt me so deeply I had to kill somebody. And just sadly, Shineka Gray was chosen. So he sends a message to the ex-girlfriend who left him, mother, saying, "It's over now, baby. I just made a sacrifice." This is around the same time that detectives believe that Shineka Gray was killed. Then, at 9:58 p.m., there is a message being sent from Mr. Roberts' device to ex-girlfriend's mobile number. So in January, he sent the message. Shineka did not go missing until in February, so I don't know what kind of sacrifice he could have made. She went missing on January 29th, I'm sorry. And she was last seen alive in Montego Bay, and her body was found February 1st. And January 29th, he sent the message. So yes, it coincides with the time in which they thought that she had been murdered. Then at 9:58 p.m., he sends another message. What was the text sent at 9:58 p.m.? Asked the lead prosecutor, Andrea Martin Swaby. The detective said, "It says, 'You will hear what happened, but just make sure I get my money. You scammed me.' Oh," the witness replied. The court had previously heard testimony indicating that in the days prior to Gray's murder, Roberts had accused his ex-girlfriend of conning money out of him and was demanding that she repay it. It's one of them situations there. He got into a relationship with a young lady. In his eyes, she used him and she conned him out of his money, and then she broke up with him, so he felt played, betrayed, bitter. Additionally, the witness read another blood-curdling text that was identified as having been sent from Roberts to his ex-girlfriend's mother at 6:13 a.m. on February 1st, the day Shineka Gray's body was found. At 6:13 a.m. on February 1st, 2017, Mr. Roberts' mobile number sent a message to his ex-girlfriend's mother's number, and the message said, "Me sacrifice someone for you, ex-girlfriend, the other night, but she don't get it. So tell her, push her luck." The ominous word, sacrifice, has come up multiple times in witness testimony throughout this trial, to include evidence from the defendant's former co-accused, Maria Morrison, who turned against him and told the law enforcement people everything, in which he stated that Roberts used the word while asking him to video record as he was about to stab Gray multiple times to death. Him say, "Video this for me, dog. Me I go make a sacrifice." Morrison, who was arrested alongside Roberts after Gray's body was found, he pleaded guilty to the crime in 2022, and he is currently serving a life sentence. In the meantime, the witness told Thursday's sitting of other sinister text messages between Roberts and his ex-girlfriend's mother on January 29th of 2017, prior to the foreboding one at 9:21 p.m., including some that suggested that the mother was actively fearful for her family. At 8:58 p.m. on January 29th of 2017, Mr. Roberts sent a message to his ex-girlfriend's mother saying, "I'm making a video now with myself doing something. I'm going to show it tomorrow." I think he meant to mean I'm going to show it tomorrow. "Then you're going to know who I am." Then at 9:07 p.m., mother says, "I will bring the money back." And before that, at 9:06 p.m., she said, "Please don't hurt my daughters. And please don't hurt me. I'm scared." And that is repeated twice. "Please don't hurt me. I'm scared. And please don't hurt my daughters." Boy, when you pick them take up people, Imagine your daughter take up a youth where she says she a date and she like, and then it all turned to this, to where man start stalk your phone and start kill people and send video of them committing murder and telling you that you next or your daughters are next. It was just a crazy situation. This is a guy that could not take a breakup and just created mayhem after his so-called heart was broken, right? These messages, were they sent before or after Mr. Roberts sent a message saying, I'm making a video with myself doing something? That's what the prosecutor Martin Swaby asked. These messages were sent after, is what the detective who was being the witness said. The trial will continue, and the trial did continue. Notably, Roberts' ex-girlfriend had previously testified for the prosecution that she had received a text message from Roberts that included the same words, sacrifice, and asking if she had received a video from another associate. That associate, another civilian witness, had earlier testified that Roberts went to him on January 29th of 2017 wearing a blood-stained clothes and showed him a video of him, Roberts, stabbing Shineka Gray to death. He had somebody video it, and he took it and he showed it to somebody else the day after. Roberts, whose trial began November 23rd of 2023, is being represented by defense attorney Chumu Paris and Leroy Aquiano. Now, there's some more information to it. Telecommunications forensic experts from the Jamaica Constabulary Force showed how the phone was used. The police made a presentation during today's resumption of the trial of Gregory Roberts, who was charged in 2017 in relation to Gray's murder of that year. Morrison was arrested and charged alongside Roberts, and he pled guilty, and he is currently serving a life sentence, as I've said before. What the data revealed is that Mr. Morrison, after inserting his SIM card into Shineka Gray's phone, he also inserted her SIM card into his phone. So he switched SIM cards after taking away her phone, put hers in his and his in hers. The data also shows that on January 30th of 2017, Miss Shineka's phone number is being associated with Mr. Morrison's IMEI, which is the International Mobile Equipment Identity. And Mr. Morrison's mobile number was being associated with Shineka's IMEI. The witness told presiding High Court Justice Bertram Morrison. On November 30th, Morrison testified that on the night that Shineka Gray was killed, Roberts gave him the schoolgirl's phone and that he put his SIM card into it. Roberts and Morrison were arrested and they were charged after the 15-year-old girl was found on February 1st of 2017 with multiple stab wounds in her upper body, and she was disposed of in bushes in Irving, St. James. Gray, she was a 10th year student, and she was last seen in Montego Bay January 31st of 2017 while on her way home from the funeral of a schoolmate. A lot of this information is repetitive, yes, but it helps to understand the situation and the mind frame. Meanwhile, the communications experts showed a series of text messages that Roberts sent to his ex-girlfriend, airing grievances over money that Roberts accused the woman of stealing from him. And like I said before, this was just a jilted lover situation where this man could not handle the breakup. I mean, this is something I always tell men going into relationships. Spend what you can afford to lose. You understand? Because if you can afford to lose it and you lose it, it means nothing to you when it's gone. You know you can get it back. But if you spend what you cannot afford to lose, then you are going to be having some different type of feelings. You're going to feel robbed. You're going to feel like you need to do something. You're going to feel like somebody took something from you they should not have. And for some reason, you're going to feel like you need to get it back. For instance, there are guys out here emptying out their life savings account, sending girls on vacations or flying females out, trying to create this facade or this lifestyle to impress this female. And she's caught up in it for the moment. And she juices the situation. You know, like when you peel oranges, squeeze them, or when you squeeze lime and you squeeze it till all the juice come out. Yeah, that's like how all their bank account money goes out. And then once that money is done, she realized that all he was doing was trying to use his money to impress me, and now the money has run out. Thank you for the impressing, and I enjoyed the ride, but I think I'll get off right here. One stop driver, let me off. Now that you're left broke and this person is exiting stage left, you're feeling used. And now you want to hurt somebody. That's the kind of situation that this was. The only thing is, this man did not go after his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend who left him after using up his money. He went after an innocent young girl. Right? You keep reminding me of all that you did for me. But you're blind to see that I don't live anywhere. And just trying to set my life back on track. But you take everything from me under false pretense by building up my hopes that I'm going to have you next to me. You took my money under false pretense. It now go so. That's what one of the text messages Roberts sent to his girlfriend on January 29th of 2017. These are the days leading up to the disappearance and discovery of Shineka Gray. That was the same day Shineka Gray went missing, actually. You keep reminding me of all that you did for me, but you're blind to see that I don't live anywhere and just started trying to get my life back on track. But you take everything from me under false pretense by building up my hopes. And I'm going to have you next to me. You took my money under false pretense. It none go so. Robert's ex-girlfriend had previously admitted in her evidence to the courts in November 29th that she had received a sum of money from Roberts on January 28th of 2017. This is a day or so before, right? However, she denied receiving money from Roberts on any previous occasion or that she had made any promises to him, like she was going to stay with him or build a future with him or whatever. So him giving her money is just him was giving her money. It wasn't, babes, I need some money to invest in this or in that, and I love you and we're going to be together. She went to court and said it wasn't that kind of party. The man just become compulsively obsessive and resentful at the same time. That boy gave away his money and then was mad that he gave away his money and was driving around, and he was running an illegal taxi because he wasn't a taxi driver. It's an illegal taxi, meaning he's pretending to be a taxi driver picking people up. We call it robot. On that particular day when he picked up Shineka Gray, she jumped into the car thinking it was a taxi. And then he started going where he wanted to go, and she could not escape, and the rest is history. We will be staying close to this because I really want to see what type of punishment this individual is going to get. Now, I am all for the death penalty in cases where it is irrefutable. It is beyond the shadow of a doubt that this is what happened and you are guilty. The man stabbed up the girl on camera, told somebody else to record it because he's going to make a sacrifice. He sent text messages saying he's going to make a sacrifice. He sent text messages after he killed her saying he had made that sacrifice and he's going to make a next one. A person like this not only does not deserve to ever be in society again, which would equal to life without the possibility of parole, but a person like this absolutely deserves the death penalty, and a swift death at that. But as we know, Jamaica being ruled by the UK, the Lord Masters of the UK said we cannot execute the death penalty anymore. So where do we go from here? How do we punish people who commit these types of crimes? How do we create a deterrent within our society? Because not only is Jamaica not executing the death penalty, Jamaica is also not giving anybody life without the possibility of parole. That's something for you to think about as we seek justice for Shineka Gray. Say her name. Don't forget about her. Shineka Gray. Justice for Shineka Gray. Stay tuned as we continue to follow the developments in this case, and we will bring you the latest details of this case. May justice be served. I'll catch y'all on the next video, and remember, hold your children tight. Keep your children close. And if you're a young person and you're listening to this, listen to the people who govern over you, who protect and provide for you, because more than likely, they are the people who actually really love you and care about your well-being. So if they said don't go, it might feel hurtful, but just don't go. I'm out. Peace.